From here, we're gonna do a lateral distraction. So you're gonna get right up under the shoulder. You've got a stabilizing hand. You've got her hand, I've got it locked in my side to stabilize her whole arm. And then I'm just gonna place some traction through the glenohumeral joint. Okay, so this is a really stiff joint that if it's early in a mobilization or post-op or something like that, you can set up the joint play. If you do joint play first, you're always going to have a more successful mobilization of your primary component motions. Okay, so creating a light lateral distraction, that's going to restore some joint play. And then if we do an inferior glide, you guys know this, you're gonna lock in and we're gonna create a little inferior distraction. I kind of lean back into this one a little bit. I use my body weight to help pull me. Okay, that's an inferior glide or an inferior distraction. The picture on the right there is another way to do your inferior glide. Once you get them to a certain degree, if you can get them to 90-90, you can come from the top right here and give them an inferior glide that way. Okay, do you remember that? Yeah, perfect. And then again, these are just reviews for you. So here's the anterior glide. You'll flip onto your belly. Now, in the photo there, we depict that we've got some support under the shoulder, and I do like that, so I bring them really close to the edge. So come a little closer to me, PJ. Okay, good. And then what we could do is have a mobilizing block or a small towel roll that's right there that's going to block the whole anterior portion here so that I can be pure to her glenohumeral joint. Okay, so then you're going to get them in whatever angle they can get into, creating a nice loose packed position. And then I'm going to come right here, the back side, and I'm going to go anterior. Okay, so this is to get that horizontal abduction, our extension, our external rotation. This is where it's very similar to the hip. Okay, you can really, and then as you get good at their motion, you can kind of creep them up into 90-90. Okay, if they can't get there right away, because depending on what kind of shoulder injury you're dealing with, is you come straight down over that glenohumeral joint. Okay, then you've got, if you'll flip back around, we've got our posterior glide. Now there's a couple hand positions for this. If you come all the way close to me, again, you could have a towel or mobilizing wedge underneath. Come a little bit closer. I get them right to the edge so that the scapula is being blocked by the table, and then I can create the posterior glide. Okay, so this is one way to do your posterior glide. Another way would be like this, where my hand is the block for the scapula, and I come over, okay, coming down, little adduction moment, posterior glide. Okay, now you can do that from the opposite side as well. So if she comes more towards me, keep coming, good. Here's your adduction moment, and then there's your posterior glide. This is just a little bit more biomechanically tough on you because you're reaching over them instead of being on the same side of them, okay? But do whatever feels the most comfortable biomechanically for you. So you've got this kind of a reach across. You've got on the same side doing this elbow bend. You can have them opened as such, okay? So just make sure that you know your different moves, and then while you're doing that mobilization, what is it restoring, okay? Those are the important parts for your exam and for treatment. So there's that posterior glide as I reach across or be on the same side, okay? Good? Okay, so